If you're hearing this right now, pause for just a second. Stop scrolling. Stop multitasking. Stop whatever else your mind is trying to pull your attention toward. This isn't random. Out of the infinite content flowing through your feed, out of the millions of voices calling for your attention, out of all the possible moments you could have clicked, paused, or kept moving, you're here. Your consciousness didn't stumble here by accident. Something inside you, something you can't quite name yet, something deeper than logic, deeper than thought, pulled you to this exact moment. This is the activation you've been unconsciously moving toward. Every choice you've made, every path you've walked, every moment of seeking has been leading you here. Notice what you feel right now, that slight shift in your chest. That tingling awareness running down your spine, that sudden heightened presence, as if the air in the room just changed density. That's not coincidence. That's not your imagination. That's recognition. Your soul recognizing the frequency it's been searching for. Every ancient civilization on Earth knew this law. The Egyptians didn't build the pyramids as tombs. They built them as frequency generators, as consciousness amplifiers, encoding this law into the very geometry of stone. They carved it into temple walls where only the initiated could read it. The Vedic masters didn't meditate for lifetimes just to achieve peace. They were tuning their consciousness to this specific law, adjusting their internal frequency to match the fundamental vibration of reality itself. The Hermetic schools didn't guard their teachings out of elitism. They protected this law because they knew humanity wasn't ready. They knew that in the wrong hands, this knowledge could be weaponized. In the right hands, it would liberate. For thousands of years, this wisdom was passed down in whispers and symbols and initiations that transformed consciousness at the deepest level. Then something extraordinary happened. Modern science accidentally rediscovered it. Buried in quantum physics labs, hidden inside equations that most people will never see, scientists found themselves staring at the same truth the ancient masters had known all along. The universe isn't made of matter. It's made of frequency, of vibration, of information waves collapsing into form. Yet almost no one can connect the dots between these two worlds. The scientists don't speak the language of the mystics. They use terms like wave function collapse and quantum field theory, sterile, academic, distant. The mystics don't speak the language of the scientists. They use words like manifestation and consciousness, poetic, abstract, easily dismissed. But if you listen carefully, if you allow your mind to bridge these two realities, if you can hear the resonance between the laboratory and the temple, you will understand what both of them have been saying all along. You will understand the law that governs everything. Here it is. Reality doesn't respond to your thoughts. Reality doesn't respond to your desires. Reality doesn't even respond to your visualizations. Reality responds only to your quantum identity. Let that land. Let me show you the bridges between these worlds. Your heart generates an electromagnetic field that extends 10 feet beyond your body. This isn't spiritual poetry. This is measurable physics. Science can detect it, map it, quantify it. Right now, as you listen to this, your heart is broadcasting a frequency into the space around you. Every person you encounter is walking through your field. Every room you enter becomes saturated with your signal. You are not contained within your skin. You are a broadcasting station, transmitting constantly, influencing the quantum field around you with every beat. Quantum entanglement proves that particles separated by infinite distance remain connected. Changing one instantly changes the other, faster than light itself. Einstein called it spooky action at a distance because it violated everything he thought he knew about reality. But the mystics weren't surprised. They had always known that separation is an illusion. That at the deepest level, everything is connected through an invisible web of consciousness. The double-slit experiment shattered the foundation of objective reality. Scientists discovered that photons behave differently when they're being observed. The observer doesn't just watch reality, the observer creates it. Consciousness collapses infinite possibility into singular experience. The act of looking determines what appears. Think about that. The universe exists in a state of infinite potential until consciousness observes it. Then, and only then, does it solidify into form. These aren't metaphors. These are not spiritual interpretations of scientific facts. These are the scientific facts. These are bridges between worlds. The ancient Egyptian priests called it Heka, the power of the spoken word to reshape reality. They believed that sound, vibration, and consciousness were the tools the gods used to create the universe. And they taught the initiated how to wield that same power. The Vedic texts called it Brahman, the field of pure consciousness from which all things emerge. They described reality as a cosmic dream, projected from the mind of the infinite, and they taught that by changing your internal state, you could change the dream itself. The Hermetic masters wrote, "As above, so below. As within, so without." Your internal state is reflected in your external reality. Your consciousness shapes the field around you. Your frequency determines what you experience. They were all describing the same law, the same force. The same quantum field that doesn't respond to what you want but to who you are. Not who you think you are, not who you hope to become, who you are broadcasting yourself to be right now, in this moment at the quantum level. And this is why you've been stuck. This is why the vision boards haven't worked, why the affirmations feel hollow. Why you can visualize your dream life in perfect detail and yet wake up to the same reality day after day after day. You say the affirmations, you write them in your journal with intention. You repeat them in the mirror, trying to convince yourself they're true. I am abundant, I am confident, I am worthy. But your electromagnetic field, the frequency your heart is broadcasting every single second, is saying something completely different. You affirm abundance, but your body tenses the moment the bill arrives. Your stomach drops, your chest tightens, your breath becomes shallow. That's not abundance, that's fear. And fear has a frequency. You visualize confidence, but your nervous system still remembers every rejection, every criticism, every moment you felt small. Those memories are stored in your body and they're broadcasting louder than your conscious thoughts. You declare you're worthy, but somewhere deep in your subconscious, there's a part of you that still believes you're not, that still believes you need to earn love, that still believes you're not enough, and that belief has a frequency. Your quantum signature overrides your conscious thoughts every single time. It's like trying to tune into a radio station by thinking about it while your dial is locked on a completely different frequency. You can think about jazz all you want, but if your receiver is tuned to static, that's all you're going to hear. It's not your fault. You've been taught that thoughts create reality, and that's true, but it's only half the equation. Thoughts create reality when they match your identity, when they align with the frequency your body is broadcasting, when your conscious mind and your subconscious mind are speaking the same language. But when they don't, when there's a mismatch between what you're affirming and what you're embodying, your subconscious wins, your frequency wins, your quantum field wins every single time. And reality reflects it back to you with perfect, merciless precision. The universe isn't punishing you. It's not withholding from you. It's not testing you. It's simply matching your frequency. If you're broadcasting lack, you receive lack. If you're broadcasting fear, you receive circumstances that confirm fear. If you're broadcasting unworthiness, you receive experiences that validate unworthiness. Not because you're broken, not because you're doing it wrong, but because you're doing it perfectly. You're a flawless frequency generator. Reality is responding exactly as it should. You're just tuned to the wrong station, so let me give you something that actually works. Not another affirmation, not another visualization technique, not another manifestation hack that promises results but delivers nothing but more frustration. I'm going to give you the key that unlocks everything. I call it the quantum recalibration method. It's a 3-step ritual that rewrites your quantum signature at the source level. Not at the level of thought, not at the level of emotion, at the level of identity itself. This is what the ancient mystery schools taught behind closed doors. This is what quantum physics is now confirming. And this is what you're about to learn. Step 1. Awareness of current frequency. You cannot change what you're not aware of. Most people walk through life completely unconscious of the frequency they're broadcasting. They wonder why nothing changes, never realizing they're transmitting the same signal day after day after day. So we begin with awareness. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and drop your attention into your body, not your thoughts. Your body. Feel into your chest, into your gut, into the energetic quality of your presence right now. What is the baseline emotion living there? Not what you think you should feel, not what you want to feel, what you actually feel underneath everything else. Is it anxiety? That low-grade tension that never fully goes away? Is it longing? That ache of wanting something you don't have? Is it fear? Subtle, quiet, hiding beneath the surface? Is it numbness? That disconnection, that sense of going through the motions, name it. Don't judge it, don't try to change it yet, just acknowledge it. This is your current broadcast frequency. This is what you've been transmitting into the quantum field. This is what reality has been matching. Step 2. Tuning into the alternate self. Now here's where it gets interesting. Imagine the version of you who already has what you desire, not as a fantasy, not as a distant dream, as a reality happening right now in a parallel timeline. Because quantum physics tells us that all possible versions of you exist simultaneously. The version struggling with money, the version overflowing with abundance, the version afraid of rejection, the version radiating unshakable confidence. They all exist, right now, in parallel states of reality. So find that version of you, the one who already lives the life you're reaching for. What does that version of you feel in their body? Not what are they thinking? What are they feeling? How do they walk through the world? What's their posture? What's their breath like? What's their energy? What's their baseline emotion? Is it calm certainty? That deep knowing that everything is working out? Is it quiet power? That unshakable sense of self that doesn't need validation? Is it effortless joy? That lightness, that ease, that sense that life is happening for them, not to them. Feel it, don't fake it, don't perform it. Find the actual frequency. Close your eyes and tune into that version of you as if they were a radio station. Feel into their frequency until you can sense it in your own body. Step 3. Identity embodiment. This is where the magic happens, where the quantum shift occurs. You don't try to become that person. That's the trap most people fall into. Trying implies effort. Effort implies separation. Separation reinforces the frequency of lack. Instead, you recognize something profound. You already are that person. You've just been tuned to the wrong frequency. That version of you isn't somewhere else. They're not in the future. They're not in another dimension. They're here. Now. Existing as one of your infinite possible states. All you're doing is shifting your frequency to match theirs. You breathe as them, slowly, deeply, with the same rhythm they breathe with. You feel as them, not as someone becoming them, as someone remembering who they've always been. You move as them. Subtle shifts in your posture, your gesture, your presence. You let their frequency become your frequency, not through force, through surrender, through recognition. Do this for 3 minutes, every single day. Set a timer. Sit in stillness. And tune your frequency to match the identity of your highest self. This isn't manifestation. This is quantum recalibration. You're not asking the universe for something. You're not sending out desires into the void. You're changing the station. You're adjusting your receiver. You're becoming a match for the reality that already exists. Because here's what most people don't understand, what will completely change everything once you truly grasp it. Every possible version of you already exists. The millionaire version, the confident version, the healthy version, the loved version, the version who wakes up excited about life, the version who moves through the world with absolute certainty. They're not out there in some distant future you're trying to reach. They're not locked behind some door you need to find the key to. They're here, now. Existing in parallel timelines, vibrating at different frequencies, living their lives simultaneously with yours. Right now, as you listen to this, there's a version of you closing a business deal. There's a version of you laughing with deep, genuine joy. There's a version of you waking up in the exact life you've been dreaming about, and they're not hoping to become you. They're not manifesting their way into your reality. They already are. They already exist. You're not manifesting a new reality. You're selecting which reality to tune into. Think of it like this. Imagine you're holding a radio. Every station is already broadcasting. The music, the talk shows, the news, all of it exists simultaneously, transmitted through the air around you right now. Changing the dial doesn't create the music. It doesn't make the station suddenly appear. The station was always there. The frequency was always broadcasting. All you did was tune into it. That's what's happening with your life. Every possible version of your life is already broadcasting. Every timeline already exists. Every outcome is already unfolding in parallel dimensions of reality. Your consciousness is the dial. Your frequency is the tuner. Your identity is what determines which station you're receiving. Timeline jumping is identity jumping. When you change your frequency, you don't change your life. You change which version of your life you're experiencing. The reality where you're struggling, still there, still broadcasting. But you're no longer tuned to it. Your consciousness has shifted to a different channel. The reality where you're thriving, it was always there, always broadcasting. Now you've found the frequency. And here's the part that will blow your mind. The transition is instant. Not in external form, the physical world takes time to catch up. But at the quantum level, the moment your frequency shifts, your timeline shifts. You're not waiting for reality to change. Reality is waiting for you to change which version of it you're tuned into. This is why some people seem to have instant breakthroughs. Why someone can be struggling for years and then suddenly, seemingly overnight, everything transforms. They didn't slowly build their way up. They didn't gradually improve. They jumped timelines, they shifted frequencies, they became a different identity, and reality reorganized itself to match. If this is awakening something deep inside you right now, if you can feel the truth of this reverberating in your bones, then declare it out loud, right now. Say, I am the frequency, not I will become, not I want to be. I am. This is not a phrase, this is a quantum command. This is you claiming your identity as the source, the signal, the field itself. Drop it in the comments. Let the universe hear you. I am the frequency. Now let's go deeper, because knowing this isn't enough. Understanding this intellectually doesn't change anything. You have to live it. You have to breathe it. You have to make this the operating system of your consciousness. Here's how you integrate this into every moment of your day, how you make this so natural that it becomes who you are. Morning calibration, the first 3 minutes. This is the most important practice you'll ever adopt, because the first 3 minutes after you wake up set your frequency for the entire day. Most people immediately grab their phone, they check messages, scroll social media, consume other people's realities before they've even established their own. They let the external world program their frequency before they've consciously chosen it. Don't do that. Before you check your phone, before you scroll, before you let the world tell you who to be, you calibrate. Sit up in bed, close your eyes, place your hand on your heart. Ask yourself, what frequency am I broadcasting right now? Usually you'll find remnants of whatever you were dreaming about, whatever energy you went to sleep with, whatever unconscious patterns your mind defaulted to overnight. Feel it. Acknowledge it. Don't judge it. Then ask the real question. What frequency does my highest self broadcast? Not what do I want to feel? Not what should I feel? What frequency does the version of me who already lives my desired reality naturally embody? Feel the shift. It will be subtle at first. Like turning a dial 1 degree at a time. Your breath will change. Your posture will shift. The quality of energy in your body will transform. Breathe it in. Let your nervous system recalibrate to match. Give yourself 3 full minutes. This isn't a morning routine, this is frequency programming. This is you consciously choosing which timeline you're tuning into before the chaos of the day begins. Emotional baseline awareness throughout your day. Most people walk around completely unconscious of their emotional baseline. They don't realize they've been carrying low-grade anxiety for years. They don't notice the subtle fear that colors every decision. They don't feel the quiet desperation, the background noise of lack that never turns off. But that baseline is your quantum signature, and reality is reading it constantly, matching it precisely, delivering experiences that confirm it perfectly. So throughout your day, you need to develop awareness of that baseline. Set reminders on your phone. Every few hours, pause. Take a breath. Drop into your body. What's the baseline emotion right now? Underneath the tasks, the conversations, the distractions, what are you actually feeling? When you catch yourself in lack, and you will because it's a habit, don't judge it. Don't make yourself wrong. Don't spiral into shame about not being high vibe enough. That's just another frequency of resistance. Instead, pause. Place your hand on your heart. Breathe slowly, deliberately with intention. And ask, what would the version of me who already has this be feeling right now? Not thinking, feeling. Shift your frequency. Not forcefully, like you're trying to push away the bad feeling, gently like tuning a radio. 1 degree at a time. Feel into the identity of your highest self. Let their frequency move through you. Let your body remember what that feels like. This is how you reprogram in real time, not by denying what is, but by consciously choosing what you're tuning into. Interaction frequency check with people. Every person you interact with is a mirror of your frequency. The way people respond to you, the energy they bring, the opportunities they offer or withhold, all of it is reflecting your quantum signature back to you. Before important conversations, before meetings, before any interaction that matters, take 30 seconds, close your eyes. Feel into your body. What frequency are you broadcasting right now? Nervousness, need, desperation, defensiveness, or calm certainty, quiet power, relaxed confidence? Whatever you're broadcasting, the other person will unconsciously mirror it back to you. If you show up in lack, they'll respond with withholding. If you show up in power, they'll respond with respect. Not because you're manipulating them, because frequency is contagious, because consciousness responds to consciousness. Tune yourself before you walk into the room. Embody the identity of someone who already has what they're asking for. Feel that version of you moving through your body. Then enter the interaction as them. Watch what changes. Evening identity programming, the last 10 minutes before sleep. If the morning calibration sets your frequency for the day, the evening programming sets your frequency for your subconscious to work with overnight. The last 10 minutes before you fall asleep are the most powerful reprogramming window you have. Your brain waves are shifting. Your subconscious is wide open. Your critical mind is shutting down. This is when you bypass all the resistance and install new programming directly. Most people scroll their phone, watch TV, or replay the stresses of the day right before bed. Then they wonder why they wake up anxious, why their sleep is restless, why their dreams are chaotic. You're going to do something different. Lie in bed, close your eyes, turn off all screens, all stimulation, all external input, and embody your quantum identity. Feel yourself as the person who already lives the life you desire. Not visualizing it like it's separate from you. Not imagining it like it's somewhere in the future. Being it, in this moment, in your body. As your identity. Feel how that version of you breathes, the rhythm of their breath, the depth of it, the ease. Feel the baseline emotion in their chest, not excitement, not hope, not wanting, fulfillment, completeness, quiet joy, calm certainty. Feel it in your bones. Let your body remember that frequency. Let your nervous system recognize it as the new normal. Fall asleep in that identity. Let that be the last thing your consciousness experiences before it drops into the subconscious realm. Your subconscious will spend the next 8 hours integrating that frequency, rewiring neural pathways, dissolving old patterns, installing new programming. You'll wake up different, subtly at first, then undeniably. Do this every single night, without exception. This is how you make the shift permanent. This is how you transform at the identity level, not just at the level of thought or emotion. This is how you become the frequency. If you apply this, truly apply this, not just intellectually understand it, but actually live it, breathe it, embody it, your reality will reorganize itself. Not someday, not eventually, not after you've done enough, rapidly, undeniably, synchronistically. I'm not talking about gradual improvement. I'm not talking about slow progress over months and years. I'm talking about reality bending to match your new frequency so quickly it will feel almost supernatural. Opportunities will appear out of nowhere. The job offer you weren't expecting. The relationship that suddenly makes sense. The money that shows up from a source you didn't anticipate. People will respond to you differently. They won't be able to explain why. You'll walk into a room and the energy will shift. Conversations that used to be difficult will become effortless. Doors that were previously invisible will suddenly swing open. Synchronicities will multiply. You'll think of someone and they'll text you. You'll need something and it will appear. You'll ask a question and the universe will answer through a random conversation, a book that falls off a shelf, a video that appears in your feed at the exact right moment. This isn't magic. This isn't the universe playing favorites. This is physics. This is the quantum field responding to your new signal. This is reality matching the frequency you're now broadcasting. But I need to warn you, and this is critical. Your ego will resist. Because the ego survives on your old identity. It's built its entire existence around the story of who you've been, what you've struggled with, what you're afraid of, what you believe is possible for you. When you shift your frequency, when you step into your quantum identity, that old self begins to die. And the ego, sensing its own dissolution, will fight back with everything it has. It will flood you with fear. What if this doesn't work? What if you fail? What if people judge you? What if you lose what you already have? It will drown you in doubt. This is too good to be true. You're not special enough for this. Other people can do this, but not you. You've tried before and it didn't work. It will whisper every limiting story you've ever believed about yourself. Every past failure, every moment of shame, every reason why you should stay exactly where you are. You'll feel the pull to return to your old timeline, to the familiar frequency, to the comfortable suffering that at least feels safe, even if it's slowly killing you. The people around you might resist too, not because they don't love you, but because your transformation threatens their own stagnancy. Your expansion highlights their contraction. Your courage exposes their fear. Some relationships will fall away. Some environments will become intolerable. Some versions of your life that you thought were permanent will reveal themselves as temporary. This is not a sign that you're doing it wrong. This is a sign that you're doing it right. If you continue, if you hold your new frequency through the resistance, through the fear, through the doubt, through the ego's desperate attempts to pull you back, you cannot return to your old timeline. The bridge burns behind you, not because you're cutting anything off, but because you'll no longer be a vibrational match for it. You'll try to go back to your old patterns and they won't fit anymore. Like trying to wear clothes from your childhood, they're not bad, they're just too small for who you've become. Your past self becomes a memory, a version of you that existed, that served its purpose, that taught you what you needed to learn. And your new identity becomes your reality, not something you're pretending to be, not something you're aspiring toward, who you actually are. The question is, are you ready? Are you ready to let go of the identity that's been keeping you safe but small? Are you ready to stop defending your limitations and start embodying your power? Are you ready to burn the bridge to your old timeline and step fully into the frequency of your highest self? Because reality is listening. Right now, in this moment. Quantum particles are collapsing into form based on your frequency. And it responds to only one thing, your frequency. Not your hopes, not your wishes, not your words, your quantum identity. The signal you're broadcasting from the depths of your being. I am the frequency. Say it, feel it, become it. I am the frequency, not I want to be, not I'm trying to be, I am. Present tense, current reality. Existing now. This is not positive thinking, this is not affirmation, this is identity declaration at the quantum level. You are not a human having a spiritual experience. You are consciousness itself, temporarily focused through a human form, with the power to tune into any reality you choose. The ancient masters knew this, quantum physics confirms this, and now you know this. The only question that remains is, what will you do with it? Now go, recalibrate, and watch your reality reorganize itself to match the frequency of who you've always been. Welcome to the 1%.